Hey, buddy. If you're listening to this on the day it comes out, it's 420, man. You know what that means. We're sparking up some dank doobies and mellowing out. Feel free to join us on our epic smoke sesh, whether you prefer indica, which, just off the top of my head, is an annual plant species in the family Cannabaceae, indigenous to the Hindu Kush mountains of southern Asia. The plant produces large amounts of tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC, and tetrahydrocannabivarin, THCV, with total cannabinoid levels being much higher than observed in industrial hemp varieties. Or you're more of a sativa person, which is an annual herbaceous flowering plant. The species was first classified by Carl Linnaeus in 1753. The specific epithet, sativa, means cultivated. Indigenous to Eastern Asia, the plant is now of cosmopolitan distribution due to widespread cultivation. It has been cultivated throughout recorded history and used as a source of industrial fiber, seed oil, food, and medicine.
He's plowing on.
Either way, it's chill with us. If there's one thing we know, it's definitely Mary Jane, and we do a lot of it here. Legalize it, man. My name's Brandon.
I'm Jake.
Wagwan, I'm Matu.
Oh, no.
And this is Qualified Nonsense.
Oh, man.
And we learned
God.
something.
That was funny. That was so good. I like how you just kept on going on.
Try and keep rolling.
Oh, man, that was good. That was good.
I love it. How's it, happy 420, dudes.
420. Man,
Smoke them if you got them.
I'm a weed virgin. My in-laws, my brother and sister-in-law left some weed soda, THC soda, something. It has some chemical property in it that's a derivative of weed. They came over during Easter and then they were like, "Oh, we left some in your fridge. Sorry, enjoy." And Anna and I are both like, we don't like what you said, like we don't really do weed, so
We don't
I don't know what to do
marijuana?
with it. But I guess maybe I'll have to drink it at some point.
In North, they got it in North Carolina.
Tonight, I guess.
I'm assuming they got it in North Carolina.
They did, but I heard from a neighbor that apparently it's June 1 maybe it's all going to be outlawed. So
Oh, cool. Oh,
So we're
I
going
think
in
you
the
guys,
opposite direction.
Yeah, I think you guys are either Delta 9 or one of the others. It's a synthetic version which gives you the same stuff. You just might go brain dead.
Oh, way ahead of you. I should start pounding those then.
Hopefully the boys don't get into it.
That's a good point.
Pineapple
Luckily
soda.
Luckily they don't drink soda, so there's no danger of them getting into those.
What kind of kids do you have?
I don't know. They tried it and they're like, "Ooh, it's like spicy." They still think that.
Why is it
You know.
spicy?
Yeah. A peek behind the curtains, everyone. We haven't recorded in a few weeks, I think. And so I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling a little bit giddy. I guess you guys have just been hanging out with each other. I haven't seen you guys in ages, but you guys have just been
we were just in
honeymooning
New Orleans together, which is a good trip.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Yeah, we went.
By us, I mean me.
Well, when we're recording this, we were there almost all week last week, and Matt's brother-in-law and his friend joined us, so there were 4 of us total. And on the second night we were there, we were walking around, and the streets of the sidewalks of New Orleans are notoriously
Unsteady. Yeah.
Yeah, and I ended up tripping and falling and dislocating my shoulder. And so yeah, I'm rocking a sling right now. But,
Yikes! Did you just land on it weird, or how did you fall? Like, what happened?
we were just like walking like in a row on the sidewalk, and I mean, we were out having a good time as one does, and
Fair,
maybe not
yeah.
necessarily paying as close of attention as I should have been.
Well, but let's be honest. In New Orleans, who's paying attention to walking when? Because I got the notification well into the evening. when did you?
I mean, it was late. It was late night. But the thing is, it was a bar that had this like concrete ramp going up to it, and it wasn't like there was no yellow markings or anything. It was like just a makeshift ADA thing, and tripped over it.
Oh, I see.
It wasn't like the tree roots are coming out or anything. It was just something that was really dark and unmarked.
Shitty design. Yeah.
Well, also it wasn't like 4 a.m. I think it was like before 10 o'clock at night. But
you know what? I guess I got the text of just you being like, "Hey, this is what happened." It was like, yeah, that part was later, but
and then,
well, that sucks. Did it put a big damper in the time?
I mean, I was out of the ER, I think at like 3 a.m. or something. So,
okay.
Like it wasn't like, I had to stay overnight or anything like that.
That's good.
But yeah, I don't know. You guys just went back to the room after that, right?
Yeah, we got Brandon in an Uber, and in hindsight, I should have gone with you. So I'm a jerk. But we just went back to the house in case we needed to come, like in case something was like really wrong. We didn't know what was. So yeah, we just went back.
Sure. Yeah, you were just sort of like waiting to
ordered
hear what...
the finest of Papa John's and just kind of waited to hear. Watched Cops. And
Nice. How was
They
the? How
put
was
me in an
the?
Uber in a city I'm not familiar with and sent me to the hospital? And I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
good
that's-
luck.
That's pretty fucked up. How was the ER? Did you see any other exciting action? Because I'm sure the ER actually gets a fair number of people in New Orleans.
Yeah, it seemed pretty. I mean, this was a
Pretty
Monday
hopping.
night, so it wasn't. Yeah, it seemed pretty dead in there. Like I was able to be seen like almost right away.
Oh, okay, well, that's good.
I didn't.
And then
I
they
didn't-
popped it back in.
Yeah, they put me
Did that
under.
hurt? Okay.
They gave me the stuff that they gave Michael Jackson that killed him. And
Good.
knocked me out. And
I
apparently
hope that's how they introduced it. We're gonna go ahead and give you the stuff that killed Michael Jackson.
and well, yeah, Michael Jackson was a very slight man, and I'm not, so it'd probably be okay. But
Bring it
actually,
on.
I remember saying something weird to the doctor and the nurse before I like went out, and when I came to, I was asking the doctor, I was like, "Did I say anything weird?" He's like, "Yeah, you said that you thought that like the nurse and I were Trump and Nancy Pelosi."
he's like, let's get this guy an Uber home.
Don't be too gentle when you're popping the shoulder back in.
Well, yeah, he said like if they weren't successful, I would have had to have surgery. So, but yeah, they were able to get in. But I do have like a gigantic bruise like on my bicep. From where, like I could tell they were like
Punching you.
like
Grabbing my arm, but-
yanking on you. Yeah.
I'm not
but
Trump,
I
bastard.
and the doctor was like,
won't remember
can
this.
I be Nancy Pelosi? I don't want to be Trump.
Wait, wake him back up. Wake him back up.
You did put up a post in our Discord though that I think kind of captured it well. Is night 2, we effectively got in at 9:30 on our first night. So I would really consider it the first night. Is we were hanging out in a city that has faced a lot of adversity and being punched and still has a good time every day. And we went on to Brandon was a tramp, and I think we clocked it was 46 miles throughout the
God
week that
damn.
we walked.
Nice.
So we
Did
put some
a lot of
miles
walking,
on.
So
And it was a little bit on the chilly side, right? I wasn't following the weather, but I had heard from someone that
It was like perfect,
or
honestly.
like cooler for New Orleans.
cooler for them, but like for us, I thought it was perfect weather. Like it wasn't like it was warm, but not hot, not humid.
Nice.
I mean, there were a couple periods where it was a little more humid, but yeah, it wasn't. It was really really enjoyable weather, like easy to walk around and not like sweat a gallon.
Yeah. All right, so let's hear some takeaways. Best place you visited, best beer, or rather best local dive you went to, best food you had.
Well, we did a crawfish boil at a place called Clessy's that was recommended by a bunch of the locals.
Nice. I saw
awesome.
a picture of that. If anybody who is in our Discord, you can go check out the Foods channel because... Oh, wait. Is it the Food channel or the Welcome channel?
I don't remember which
Oh,
one.
yeah, the Food
yeah.
channel. There's some good pictures of
Also,
somebody eating.
if anybody listening to this is in New Orleans and goes to Clessy's and know anybody named Monique, my brother-in-law is looking for you. So hook Stewart up. She, our server, seemed to really like him.
Oh,
But
shit.
he's a shy guy, so he didn't do anything about it.
You didn't get her number for him?
I
Come on.
thought about calling back when we got home and being like, "Hey, look, I know you can't give me her number, but I'm going to give you his number. Can you give this
pass
to
it along.
Monique?"
Yeah.
Like he would really like to hear from her.
Oh, man. I mean, it sounds like maybe we should plan another trip down just to make sure we lock that in for Stuart.
Yeah, you could be set with crawfish for life.
What about you, Brandon? What was your favorite?
Yeah, the crawfish was really good. I mean, I had it twice. I think that the second time, Matt, you didn't partake.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, both times were good. I think Clessy's was a little better quality crawfish, but I kind of like the sauce or whatever they put on the other one that we went to.
Nice.
We went to a tiki bar there called Latitude 29, I think, and they had these pimento cheese rangoons, and those were really good.
Yeah,
I
those were
really
good.
liked those.
Oh. That sounds pretty good.
I mean, I feel like we drank at most everybody. Oh, sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say there's a place we went to, Port of Call. I would recommend if you go there and you want to order their signature drink, which is called the Monsoon, not a hurricane, but a Monsoon, get the half-size one because I think I got the full-size one, and I think that might have led to my downfall and my injury later that night.
But
what's
the
full
funny
si-
thing?
I mean,
the funny thing about it is, it's a souvenir cup. It's a 12-ounce or 16-ounce cup.
No, it's like a 20-ounce cup. It's pretty
Oh,
big.
is it?
God
But,
damn.
but the guy, like the bartender, was there, and we're like, "How many have you seen anybody do in one?" Because Brandon took his first sip, and he's like, "Go." You know, I just had a beer or something.
Yeah, I have a pretty high tolerance for like
I was gonna
something
say.
tasting boozy, but like this was like it just tasted like a like a cup of just pure rum.
But
And then you had a fall.
But then this bartender said, "Oh, there was an old lady in here that drank 4 of these the other day, and they come in like plastic souvenir
in
cups."
90 minutes.
Yeah.
God damn. Wait, do you have you should post in Discord did you keep the souvenir cup?
I did keep the cup. Yeah, I have it.
You should send a picture. I want to see what we're dealing with here as far as
Maybe if we
volume
take a
and
break, I can run and grab it and
oh, nice.
show everybody. But yeah, but besides we
My
did do
brother-in-law
some.
said that was also the best hamburger he's ever had in his life there.
Whoa.
Yeah, it
It's-
looked pretty good. It's Yeah, it's in the. I posted a picture of it, and I didn't get the burger, but I posted a picture of it in the Discord. It's like with a baked potato, and it has a bunch of shredded
Oh, yeah,
cheese
yeah,
on
yeah.
top.
I was just looking at that one. Wait, and what place was this?
This was Port of Call.
Port of Call. Nice.
Yeah.
We did go back to the Aaron Rose 3 or 4 times, and the bartender that we had when we were there last time was still working. Her name is Brooke. Shout out to Brooke.
Shout out, Brooke.
She
Dream woman.
she made us the German chocolate cake shots and we did Malort with her and all that kind of stuff.
Wait, is this the woman that sang to us?
No.
No, wait. Who are we talking about? I don't remember. I was thinking that you were talking about the singing woman.
No, that
was
was
at,
at Antiques.
Aaron Rose, which is like just right off of Bourbon Street, like just like half a block or something, and it's sort of an Irish bar, kind of.
Very
okay,
loose.
Okay.
But she's like a really sassy bartender, and like
She's, when you run into a bartender and it's like, it's not like she was flirting or anything. She's just good at the gift of gab and creating like that interpersonal communication. She's so
Sure.
good, it's not like she does it with one person. She does it with literally everybody across the bar.
Nice.
I find that's like a very rare trait to have anymore.
That's pretty impressive.
And she's been there 9-10 years or something like that,
yeah, I think she said 10 years.
which is wild. But
yeah, like besides bars and all that, we did. We were gonna go on a swamp boat tour, but then I hurt myself and thought that would probably be a bad idea, so
Yeah.
didn't do that. But we did go to this museum in the Tremé neighborhood called the Backstreet Cultural Museum. It's sort of dedicated to like the black masking Indian tradition, or people call it Mardi Gras Indians, and that was really interesting. It just kind of learning about like just the amount of work that goes into something that people will only wear once or twice and then never again.
yeah, that was super cool.
And yeah, you're learn that you're supposed to call them suits and not costumes, because a lot of people put like really personal stories. Like they showed this one suit that this father made after his son was murdered by these two guys, and it like kind of through the beadwork like tells the story of his son's murder, but also like there's a piece on it that is the father and son together like fighting off his two murderers, and so it's like a really personal
Yeah, it like tells
thing.
a
And so
story
like
that can
calling
be
it a
like
costume is insulting, but yeah, like in a nutshell, like they like
Yep.
in slave times, the indigenous people down there helped hide slaves from the slave owners, and so it's a way for black New Orleanians to kind of pay homage to the Indians who helped them out during slave time. So it's not like
Interesting.
a cultural appropriation thing or whatever. It's more to like honor that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see all the suits that they have on display, and kind of the stories behind all of them, and how they make them. Like a lot of them are just made out of simple cardboard, but the designs on the outside are so intricate, and each bead has to be woven. And like the suit that Brandon was talking about is the son had started it, and after his son was murdered, his dad picked up the suit and then finished it.
Oof.
So yeah, we did that, and then Brandon also got us on a really interesting voodoo tour in Louis Armstrong Park, which was also very very
cool.
interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that guy was a character, and but it was more like kind of like like authentic voodoo, not like sensationalized like spells and witchcraft type voodoo. Like he explained like that you, what did he say, that you practice voodoo, but like you don't practice voodoo, you practice hoodoo, which is part of
the
voodoo.
Work of voodoo. It's like you practice the work of yeah.
I mean, it's interesting because I'm I'm confident that I've called the suits that they wear costumes, and I'm confident also that the only thing I know about voodoo is like voodoo donuts and and like just the stuff that's sensationalized. And it's cool that you guys sought out the more the more genuine side of a city that I'm sure has plenty of sort of gimmicks, but also just like assumptions made of people going there, and like so many people that just hang out on Bourbon Street, and just in the quarter for the like the hyper touristy stuff. And so I commend you guys for seeking that sort of stuff out. And that's really cool.
Well, I mean, it really shows that, like, I don't know, that city in particular is like so different to me than any other city in the country, and like the things that they do there, the celebrations, just the way of life is so completely different than anywhere I've been. And it's really interesting that they, I mean, it's all interesting, but just that they keep doing it and keep it going.
They thrive in their uniqueness, which is cool.
It held up again in the fact that it's just like it's a city that everybody simply there wants to have a good time in spite of whatever diversity they're facing in that particular moment. And sure, it's very like tourism heavy, and they even said that at the cultural museum that we went to, is like, without you guys, this city probably wouldn't be nearly what it is, so thank you for coming. But also it's very insightful for all of us that come from areas where you walk past people on the street and they're like, don't look at me, but down there it's like, what's up, man, how you doing, how's your day going?
That's cool. I remember also when we three went, we did a what was it, the Garden District tour, the house tour or whatever that we went on. That was really cool too, getting that sort of, our tour guide was really great. There also just sort of giving a peek behind the curtain of like, living there. And even though we were doing things like looking at celebrity houses or whatever, there was some more grounded contextual things that we learned about that were pretty, I don't know, pretty awe-inspiring. And
there was kind of a funny thing that happened to us, like speaking of the tourism aspect and stuff, that we went back to Verity Mart, where when the three of us went, we got sandwiches, and that little market with the deli in the back. But so we were waiting outside for our sandwiches, and one of the horse-drawn carriages came up, and there was the guy driving the cart. He was like, they were like on a sightseeing type tour, and he was like very, like, he was talking like very dramatically, and in this house this woman kept slaves in the attic, and like that. And
it was, it was relatively late at night I guess it was like 8:00. So it was getting dark, but they were on the haunted tour.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh yeah. But yeah, this guy, like, he was like really putting on a performance, and also like getting really graphic with some of the stories he was telling. But and there were kids in the cart.
Yeah, it was like one parent and one kid per seat, and he was saying things like, and he stapled the slave's head to his cheek after he was scalped, and I was like, oh my god,
Jesus Christ.
but just like this like old, like 70-year-old gay guy walking his dog, like walked by us, and he just, like, without really like breaking a stride, he just says like, he sounds so stupid, and like just kept walking.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. But anyway.
What have you been up to, Jake?
Nothing. No. Let's see. We
Did my taxes.
did my taxes. Yeah. I for those of you who have been keeping tabs, I've been between jobs for a while, and I finally landed a full-time gig, which is exciting. I'm going to be starting at the end of the month, and it's nice because we'll have insurance for the family that's affordable. You know, it's rough out there, and that's something to celebrate. So that's what I've been doing. We had intercession break with the kids, so that was like a 3-week break, sort of like an extended spring break.
Oh yeah, I forget your kids are on year-round school.
Yeah, so we've got.
So do they get a spring break?
Yeah, well, it already happened, and it was
Okay.
They call it intercession breaks. So basically, 3 times a year they get 3-week breaks, and then they also get a break over Christmas. I guess that's one of the breaks, and then summer it's not like the full summer length. It's they get out in like the normal time, like May-ish, but then they're back to school at the end of July. So it's like a 4 or 5 week break instead of like a 8-week break or 6-week break or whatever it is.
I wish our schools would do that. Like I think it's so much nicer for scheduling trips, so you don't have to go on spring break with everybody else.
Yeah, it does make it just a little more relaxing and a little easier to schedule, because otherwise you have to schedule. I mean, we have to schedule camps anyway, but scheduling like kid camps for the entire summer is such a ball ache and throws a wrench in things. Not to mention the fact that like the kids, they do forget stuff over the summer, like, which I guess in a way is kind of nice because you don't have to be regimented, all year round. But we really like it. Anyway, we dipped into South Carolina for a few days. We went down to Charleston and did a couple of touristy things that were pretty fun. We went to a raptor museum.
New Orleans-y sort of feeling city, right?
Yeah.
It is. We didn't actually do the city proper. We stayed just north of the city, and then we were intending to go into the city, but I ended up having to be on interview calls. So our vacation was sort of bamboozled, not bamboozled. What's the word? Hijacked, I guess, by me trying to get a job, which I was successful in, but it did sort of throw a wrench in the plans. But we did. I think the most exciting thing that we did is we went to a raptor center where they rehabilitate birds of prey, and I'll have to post some pictures on Discord, but I had an owl like swoop over my head, like really, really, really close, and I've got like photos and video. My oldest son dragged a pretend rabbit across a field. He like ran as fast as he could, and a red-tailed hawk like swooped down and tackled his lure.
Took off.
Yeah, I know. No, it was great. It was a lot of fun. So that was really exciting. Like my wife and I are birders, and the boys have gotten really into it too. So that was a treat to get to see.
There you go. Our son's becoming a bird.
Yeah. Be free. But yeah, that's the extent of what I did. Not terribly.
That sounds fun.
Exciting, but yeah, no, it was a nice little break.
Very cool.
Yeah. What do you think, gents? Should we get into it?
Breaks, yeah.
Let's get
breaks.
cracking.
Yeah. All right. We'll be right back. And we're back. Here is the cup.
Port of call.
Here's like a little, well, this is like a round 1 card. But like that's like a credit card kind of for scale.
Wow. That's not a small cup.
Proceed with caution.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. I don't know if it says the size on. Need to turn on a light in here. Okay. But welcome back. Feel free to drop us a line at qualifiednonsense@gmail.com or connect with us on our socials or find us over on our Discord server. If you or someone you know would make a great guest on a future episode of Qualified Nonsense, please let us know. Now's the time on the show where we take on Reddit's most pressing queries by finding the top trending questions and answering them here. The first one comes to us from Ask Reddit. The username NoNoTJE12. They ask, what's something people only romanticize because they've never actually done it?
69. Next question. Got that one.
Killing your boss.
God damn. 69.
Is that just me? Okay.
Yeah.
I'd probably say just like, I don't know, just because like the Artemis 2 thing is fresh in my mind, but probably space travel.
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of people like, I don't know about a lot, but I think a fair number of people, romanticize traveling in space, but I think it sounds awful. Like basically being trapped in something like smaller than a passenger airplane for weeks or months. You know?
Yeah.
I think even the like thanks Katy Perry kind of like let's just go up and out of orbit. I was like, but like why?
I mean,
sounds
so
like
you could do
it just
the
sounds
weightless
really
thing,
intense.
but like, yeah. No, I was gonna say that also, Brandon. Like any sort of because I was thinking of like the opposite of that would be like diving or like submarine. You know, like it's these sort of
Want to
like
go see the Titanic.
you see a nature channel version of it, or like an IMAX like documentary, and you're like, wow, it's so magnificent and beautiful from like the outside, like wide angle shots. But like that shit gets, you're like, first of all, you have to train for ages. You have to be next to being a genius. You have to have so many calculations, like for diving too. Like I've got neighbors who used to be avid scuba divers, and that's spooky. Like it's spooky stuff. Like you're dealing with finite resources to stay alive that you have to manage like very closely, and that stresses me out. So I would think space travel, diving, any sort of like mountaineering, like
especially
you need to know a lot in
If
order to
something
stay
goes
alive.
wrong, there's not really a plan B.
yeah, exactly.
What do you guys think about safaris? I know people have done them, but it's one of those like you still have to get a bunch of shots. You know, you're going into a area where there's a lot of dangerous things.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something that I think is kind of like going to your nature documentary thing. It's like I think you probably have a better view at home.
Yeah.
Than
That's certainly a more comfortable trip. I have a friend who I think you guys probably met at the wedding. I should actually have her on the show. She's a lot of fun. But she was in Africa, I forget which country, doing like a safari, and I think she was also doing, because she's a filmmaker. She was doing some sort of documentary something, and her vehicle got like run down by like dudes with AK-47s, and like she got hit in the back of the head with like the butt of a gun, and like it was like super dramatic, and I was like, yeah.
Well, I just saw a video the other day of like these guys that were on a safari, and they were making fun of their friend because it was like, we're on a safari and the bugs only decided to eat your feet, and they were just like one big blister. It looked disgusting, and I was like, oh man, I'd be so upset. But I think it just kind of skirts that line of, you know, still dangerous, but people actually do it, you know.
Yeah.
I think, Matt, you said like it's better on TV. I think going to pro sports games is like people romanticize that, but like it's better just watching it at home. Like you get a better view, and like you pay hundreds of dollars to sit in the nosebleeds or whatever, and
certainly
you can
yeah,
barely
certainly
see the
now.
game. And
I got the roar of the crowd from the 300 section.
I know
Yeah.
it was different when it was just like the radio, like you'd listen to a baseball game on the radio. Like we didn't do that, but I'm just saying, like our parents' generation, listening to games on the radio and being like, wow, you really want to be there. But now with the modern technology and the high definition cameras, I mean, like athletes are putting on like high def makeup now in order to play sports because they want to look nice, because their pores can be seen in slow motion at like 4K or whatever.
The NBA, I don't know if they're still doing it. I think it was last season that they dabbled with it, is they actually had VR front row seats that you could get a subscription to. And it was like a nominal fee in hindsight of having courtside seats, but you just put on your Oculus and you're just like, whoa. It's like, and it's shot in real time. I was like, why not? Why doesn't everybody just do that?
There are sci-fi movies about people just hanging out in apartments with their goggles on, going to work.
I mean, I
going
guess
to coffee with friends.
I mean, you are going for the communal experience, but I feel like you could get an approximation of that if you went to watch the game at like a sports bar or something for a fraction of the price.
Yeah.
And still, be around people who are enjoying the game and not paying $22 for a beer or whatever.
Yeah.
I was also like so sports games in general, like we go to see the NC Courage women's soccer team, and and the tickets are pretty reasonable, and the seating is good enough, but we do notice that we enjoy watching the television version of it a lot because you get like metadata from like the commentators, which is always which can be interesting depending on how into the sport you are. But yeah, I mean, like some like NFL football tickets are crazy expensive, and I just saw, I think last week, the final matches for the U.S. hosted the World Cup this upcoming year or this year, they're like $10,000 a pop, which is crazy. Like
We're going
so
to a
much
match
money.
in Seattle. It's not.
Are you really?
So they're definitely not that much, but we put in for a lottery like a year and a half ago.
Nice.
And yeah.
But that's cool, and it's cool, like especially for like the high sports or like the tournament sports. There's like historic value to it, or be like, oh man, I was at that game. But like, but for NFL stuff or like normal season stuff, it's super expensive.
Just me and 63,000 of my buds.
Well, that's something we were talking about in New Orleans. Like the Masters was going on, and it was on like all the TVs everywhere we went, and you see like thousands of people there, and it's not like they can like travel the course or whatever. So you're paying a whole bunch of money to just stand in one spot on a golf course and like
See
maybe
people
catch
pass.
your favorite golfer teeing off, and that's about it.
We did go into one bar that was actually playing the Masters with sound, and somebody put on Creed, and it was like masked over it.
Yeah, somebody.
I didn't do Creed. It was somebody else, but it was just like, and Jacob Wilhelm, he's coming up to. Well, I just heard.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are some of the top answers?
Top
Real
answer
quick.
here-
Speaking of
Oh,
golf,
yeah.
I'm not into golf, but I had a buddy who was into it, and he had an extra ticket, and so I went to. I'm gonna mess this up. PSG something, some tournament that was happening in New
PGA?
Jersey. That one, and
PGA tournament
PGA
or
is the league.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, anyway, you went to one.
regardless, but it was that, and it was like slightly rainy out, or it had been rainy. So like, I kid you not, I grew up in pig barns, and it smelled just like a pig barn walking from hole to hole because they laid out a bunch of like straw to sort of soak up the water, and it was disgusting. And there was a bunch of like bros in polo shirts and like walking through shit with their white shoes. It was such a weird environment of like everybody from like the bottom of the shoes up were like trying to be posh, and then like the grounds were shitty, and like it was weird. It was a weird experience, and it just made me dislike golf even more.
Everybody that goes to those things, to me, just seem like entitled douchebags. There, I said it.
There, I said it.
I did see. So the Masters just ended, and there's a video going around of McIlroy who won. He teed off on his last thing, and this dad and his son were walking away, and he was like so mad, and he like hit the bucket half off of his kid's head. The caption is just like, "Kid probably had it coming." But it's like, I don't know, like everybody there just seems like just a fucking douche,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think
that's
that
the official take of qualified
golf
nonsense.
Yeah.
Golf.
Well, careful, because I don't know that. Brandon,
fans.
don't you want to become a golfer, right? Well, not with your bum shoulder.
Not right now, unless I.
He doesn't need a shoulder. It's all in the hips.
But I mean, I'd like to. I've gone golfing a couple times and enjoyed it, but I would like to learn how to be better at it. And I like going to like driving ranges and stuff, and that's fun. Just whacking a ball as far as you can, But
I shouldn't be so down on it. I just
what's the Mark Twain quote about golf where he said golf is a nice walk ruined or something like that.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, let me rewind a little bit. I do enjoy. I've played with my dad, and I, like you, enjoy driving ranges and stuff. I just don't get why you would go to watch it.
Okay, that's fair. I get why you'd play it. I don't. It's not a spectator.
That guy's
sport.
my
For
idol.
Me.
I was like,
for me,
why?
That's kind of how I feel. Like I just watched the last episode of the Born to Bowl show on HBO, and it's an entertaining show, but I would never go out of my way to watch people bowl. I enjoy bowling, like myself.
Yeah,
I
like
think it's
bowling,
fun.
sure,
but I don't know. It's.
I mean, at least in the PBA, you stand to see like some drunk divorced dad fight another one.
True. Yeah.
Oh, I'm here for the drama.
There is
say
like
that
way less decorum than in golf, but
I'm super glad they made that show. It's I've enjoyed the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
It's
I
interesting.
am.
Yeah, that's the best quote. What's the well, never mind. No, go back to the question.
So,
No,
top
what were you
answers.
gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say like what's your guys' favorite sports to watch and what's your least favorite sports to watch? Just because we're on the subject. Because mine is I like to watch soccer the most because I find it the most entertaining. I know that not a lot happens as far as score goes, but I appreciate the play of it. And I would say golf is at the bottom.
Yeah, probably golf at the bottom for me. I don't know. These last few years, I've really enjoyed watching football. But
You used to play football.
yeah. I find myself enjoying hockey lately too. I enjoy hockey. Yeah.
I really enjoyed hockey in the 90s when they used to track the puck on the TV. That was cool. But they stopped doing that. I think for me, it's like any kind of racing. I do like watching F1.
Oh, sure, racing. Yeah.
Drag racing is fun to watch on TV because it's like, it's very condensed.
RuPaul, all the ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the catwalk.
I saw a slow-mo of drag racing of how the wheels like look like they're collapsing. That's
It's controlled
so
chaos.
Tough. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay,
The top answer here is running a small business. People picture freedom and passion, not the stress and constant worrying. Yeah, that's probably a good answer.
yeah, that's probably a good answer.
Good answer. Yeah,
I mean, it is like
hits
you know,
hits a little close
if
to
you
home,
have-
Matt.
it does.
if you have a shitty day at work, it is like, man, I wish I could just be my own boss and like just I'm in charge of my
No, you
own
don't.
destiny. But
No,
then
you don't.
it's like, well, what happens if I fail? Then I fail. You know, it's. You know.
And you lose your
what about-
family and your cars and your house.
What about all those those TikTok chefs make you go like, oh man, I want my own restaurant.
That's a good one. Yeah, wanting to be in like this. Wanting to be your own boss, especially being like, it'd be cool to have my own bar. It's like, no. If you say that out loud, that's you're already set for failure.
Well,
Yeah.
I think there's a difference between enjoying to cook and then running a restaurant. Like they're two completely different things.
Yeah, I keep threatening Anna. Or nope, I keep threatening my partner. Oh, those last episodes,
threatening your wife?
I keep threatening. No, I keep threatening that we should be like property owners, like Airbnb
Slumlords.
owners. And she's like, I swear to God, I'm not having it. I'm leaving. I'm out. I'll
That's a little
disappear.
bit different because you can go through property management companies. Like you can be hands off, but I think the misconception of it is you're under the impression of like, man, I'm going to make so much money because I have a
Right,
house at
that's
the beach.
the-
And it's
yeah.
you make $50 a month, like net.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh,
Oh,
it's all about the asset, right?
right. Yeah.
Well, then, what if you get, like a bachelor party in there and they, are throwing each other through walls and all that or whatever.
Oh my God. Yeah.
$4,000 security deposit.
Yeah, right. Keep cranking it up.
This person says running an animal rescue or sanctuary, it's a noble thing, but not many can deal with the abject cruelty and suffering. This is a bummer. I'm going to stop reading that.
Jesus.
It's so bad you
Thanks,
don't even want to
Brandon.
read it.
Well, yeah.
like tears
Depressing.
started coming down his face.
I think we're kind of winding this question down, and I don't want to like it. This person says sailing. Anything other than a short cruise in gentle weather is a lot harder work than it seems. I love it, but
Yeah.
it's definitely not for everyone.
Yeah. Like going out on a boat with 5 of your friends and be like, hey, you guys want to come work?
Yeah, Matt getting a pontoon boat.
I don't have to sail. I mean, it's just plug and play, baby.
Plug and play, baby.
So the person says living off grid.
Well, we were talking about that a couple of episodes ago, right? Of being that desire to be like, rugged,
Why do
off
guys?
grid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Farm living, like being at 4 a.m. taking care of your animals because they're sick.
I saw a farmer TikToker or something, like a group of a group of farmers huddled around a computer screen watching reacting to a TikTok of like a millennial being like, man, I just want to get $100,000 and go off and start a farm. And these like big burly farmers, and they like look at each other, and one of the guys in back's like, man, I can't get a set of tires for my tractor for under $100,000. He's like, oh, whatever. I got to take a shit. Like walk off screen. But I think that's real life. Like that's a tough that's tough times out there.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably like run like a little end of your driveway honor system,
Right.
farm stand type thing, but
Yeah,
to actually
no, it
make
takes-
a living.
it takes a lot.
Yeah. Start
Yeah.
by being an urban farmer.
Right.
Yeah.
Start a garden, like a little garden, because even that takes enough work to.
So
Drive me
we
crazy.
went kind of long with talking about our vacations.
We can
and
just
golf
wrap
and
this one.
everything. So we want to,
Call this one good.
up. All right.
Yeah. That sounds about good.
Well,
You only
let
get
us
one
know-
tonight. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's free.
leave them
It's
wanting more, or something.
So let us know, listener, what other people romanticize because they've never actually done it. And also,
69.
like, the things we listed are things we've never done, so we have no idea. But
That's true. Yeah, you know what? On second thought, all of those things that we talked about, go out, go get them, try them. Let us know how it goes.
No,
See
please
if we
go
were
to
right.
space.
Alaska off grid with
Go to space.
yeah.
See you later.
Yeah,
All
Make
right.
yourself
Well,
space garbage. We'll see you never.
space garbage.
Well, thank you all for listening, and thank you to our loyal patrons for supporting the show. If you haven't already, head over to Patreon at patreon.com/qualifiednonsense to show your support and catch some exclusive content, including our new show, Qualified Nonsense After Dark. Watch us over on YouTube at youtube.com/@qualifiednonsense. Also, feel free to send any questions or comments to qualifiednonsense@gmail.com or hit us up on our socials or on our Discord found in the episode description. After you've done all that, please also rate, review, share, like, and subscribe on your podcast app of choice. We'll see you back here next week for another brand new episode of Qualified Nonsense. Happy
Ta-ta.
420, everyone.
Oh yeah.
Ja, man. Smoke the ganj. Hear me now. And cut.